Alright, and we are live. Alright guys, hopefully this is going to work just fine this time. Alright, good evening, thank you very much for joining us. Sorry that the camera is crooked yet again. So,
I'll move over here a little bit.
There you go, thank you. Alright.
Ignore the glare, I should be wearing a hat.
We both should.
So I think maybe if I move forward there, that's better.
Alright. So thank you very much guys again for joining us. Yeoman, Toladib, Lord Davex, Forma 23, and you wonderful, wonderful lurkers out there, thank you very much for joining us and watching this video and spending your time tonight with us. The room is crooked and the camera is fine. Thank you. Thank you, Lord David. So.
Ignore it.
Right.
Ignore the printers in the back that are tilting. That's just by design.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so tonight go a little bit over a little bit of a status check as to where everybody's is. Seraphinius, if you are online or if you're going to be online later watching this, just to start off, this System 30 that you see right behind us is not yours. Yours is actually downstairs, halfway dismantled, and the reason why it's being halfway dismantled is because it's going to be going in the box very, very soon and going to you. So just wanted to let you know that thank you very much for sending us an email earlier about your new address, and congratulations on your move. And it'll be coming to you very, very soon. For those people who have been asking about their printers, we do have a couple of them, as you can see right here. They have been printing. They are working just fine. Oh, hi James, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. And we've got plenty more downstairs, as Lord David will tell you, that have been printing quite a storm. So we have a couple of very exciting announcements tonight that I'm going to let Carl talk about. Most specifically, what you're going to be doing with this guy when you receive it in the mail, along with your printer, and a little bit about this individual print that we've done that actually turned out quite nice. So, what would you like for me to cover those?
Whatever is so good.
All right. So, all right, then I'll cover this guy. So, guys, you're going to be receiving all the printers that are going out right now, and everybody who has already received their printers will be getting this particular USB dongle. It is, as you can see right here, let me orient it the right way, an ST-Link. There you go. And this is going to help when it comes to flashing the firmware for your hotbit controller and your and your hot heads. So all your extruders that are out there, including the EMOs, as Carl is demonstrating, it's very simple, very easy to plug it into the top of your machine, which comes with the 3 USB, and as you can see right there, that's where the JTAG port goes in. Plug that in.
It's technically a single wire debug, but works on JTAG principles.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you plug this in, we have a little utility that you run, and it will update the firmware in any of your heads. EMOs, even the Quiet Storm, they all work off the same firmware base.
Yep.
So, that's what you'll be getting. This was my unfortunate workaround to solving the bootloader problem, and this is a more robust solution. With this, there's no future firmware that you can't support.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're sending these out for free.
Yes.
Okay, my screw up, my paycheck. But if you lose it, it's going to be $50 plus shipping, and that's a gift. But in this case, enough is enough, so no more playing around with the bootloader right now. We're off onto something more exciting called firmware.
Yep.
And we are now ready to release to the power users that we've got the firmware, and I am going to say that we've had such good luck with printing with it that I look forward to releasing it to each and every person. This mailer will go out by Friday for everybody who's got a system so far or engine.
Mm-hmm.
We've got them in now. They came in yesterday, actually.
Yep.
And so we will cover each existing received person that's received a printer, And so I would say in the next 3 to 5 working days, you will receive your dongle. We are trying to find a, believe it or not, a website we can host the downloads on. Otherwise, we will do what I've been doing for the people up to now, and that we will Skype in with you, run a TeamViewer session, because TeamViewer allows me to copy and paste the files and organize them.
Yep.
I'm hoping we can get the download working so that I just limit our time to interacting with you, showing you how the new software gets installed itself. We're also going to make a little short video tomorrow that we will post on YouTube. It'll only be 90 seconds, but it shows you how to program the 407, which is the motion controller, and another one that is equally short, showing you how to update the firmware in your heads. At some time in the future, we will revisit the whole bootloader issue. I believe we have a better solution, but that right now is not a priority. Printing has always been and is currently our priority. So this $6 fix takes care of that, and you'll never get it for $6. I had to go halfway around the world to find that. So just take it, run with it, and we look forward to getting everybody up and doing it the right way. I mean, this is a print that came off last night. 6 hours and 40 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Is that about right?
It was, yeah. That's close enough.
Is that approximate?
Yeah, it's approximate.
Am I within an hour?
Yes.
Okay.
We're within an hour.
So notice, no acknowledge, no hiccups, and if I put it up a little closer, that's 2 parts and there's no spider webs. The retract worked perfectly, and that's no cleanup. That's coming right off the printer. Flip it over so they can see the other side. And you can see it just, that's the way we pried it right off the printer. Nothing was done to it. So I'm only saying that I'm looking forward to seeing what large prints look like now. Something where you can run 2, 3, 4 days.
Yep.
Now, is it true, Hutch, that it's one of your plans is to take all the parts at one time and to print them all at the same time?
Yes, I was actually working on that today, trying to figure out the correct geometries and being able to put it all on this one build surface.
And what level will you slice those at? 200 microns, 300 microns?
What level would you like for me to slice in that?
I don't know. I feel like 200 and below is time consuming, 300 and above, well, either 2 or 300. 300 for production, 200 for beautification.
Okay.
So maybe you could make one of each for us.
I can do that.
And
this
maybe
one was done at 200.
Maybe you could make the kit for us, and then I would love to see you start this print and let it run for like 48 or 72 hours, non-stop.
I can do that.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Did we pay our electric bill?
Yes.
Then maybe we should be brave and try it.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
Oh, Lorax Works. Hello.
Oh, yeah,
How you
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
By the way, that system behind you, that one's yours.
We'll leave by Friday for sure.
Yep.
That's your firmware. I just brought it over for them to load up.
So, yeah.
If you have any special requirements, please contact us tomorrow so we have time to get stuff back for you. We do have some emos, we have MK1s, things like that, so I'm not sure what's on your order. I've been holed up in a closet programming, so yeah, there you go.
Oh, and for those people who want to know, before you start using this, just one thing I had to interject, there is one wire that if you be programming it while plugged in, you're going to want to take out versus having it. So
Watch the video.
So yeah, please wait for the video.
You realize they can't burn anything up.
Well, I know.
But it's still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please just watch the video when it's ready.
I should stick a
Sorry.
one-way diode on that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So on another front, I should have brought this stuff over.
Which?
Well, printing with 2 heads is really easy now. Now that I got the firmware, there's 3 things that I tested inside and out, day and night for months now. One of them is slow speed printing. And I did that because the laser runs at very slow speeds when it's cutting through thick foam. It runs at velocities that are in the realm of a millimeter a second for cutting. So compared to printing, which is 25 times that fast, and now much faster. So that's one thing. Second thing I focused on was including the ability to load and program, define, and utilize offsets. An offset is where you say, hey, my offset, fixture offsets is from the CNC world, is X of 1, Y of 1, and now when you call a argument and you tell it to use fixture offset 1, it will now add that 1 and 1 to any other dimension it would normally have. So suppose you want to print 2 parts. So you have a part 1 here, which is being printed at its normal location, but you can which you were going to use fixture offset 0 probably, which has X and Y of 0. But I can go and set the fixture offset up for 50, and now it will print the second one over at 50 millimeters on whichever axis I define. And so this allows you to do a print and repeat. And the next thing on my list is one of the items where we will be doing a print, change parameter, and repeat. And that means that you can sit there and tune an object, dial it in automatically. So the idea is sometimes we have an object, such as this one here, where the layer height, well, that one's not so easy to change on the fly. But definitely the flow rate for underflow, overflow. I thought someone was stealing my van, but I'm not that lucky. Sorry, guys. You know, I love this building. We are on a second floor looking out over the 2-story windows. So when people come in outside, we can see everything. Davo, you got a really nice office.
Yes,
anyway, the idea is that the temperature is another one where I'm very excited to report that we'll be able to do a test suite. So you can print a part, raise it 5 degrees, print a part, raise it 5 degrees. And so for dialing in a material, that just seems to me like an automated way of making it sweet. Anyway, that's good. The other thing is that with the distributable that's on here is a 200 megabyte file from EMGUCV. That is a open source computer vision library. You'll want to download it and load it on your printer. And the reason why I'm not going to try and do it from here is I did it yesterday for somebody and it took 2.5 hours to go over their Wi-Fi service. Now that was a little bit extreme, but still we prefer you to do it on your own time. Now that's required to work with our camera. And once you get that, and once you see the software, you'll understand why it's so important, because we utilize the camera to do our fixture offset calibration. We print with 2 heads, and then we zero in on one, and now we have a jog function, chunk, 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 and a fine jog function, which is 1/10 the resolution of the other one, chunk, chunk, and now it reads out what the exact X and Y is that you jogged over. That's what you use for your fixture offset if you want to use 2 heads and superimpose them one on top of the other. Again, I know that's a lot of information. Don't worry. We will make a short, specific, educational clip for each one of these features.
And if you guys are having trouble trying to find that, email me at HYREL3D@gmail.com or Davo and myself, and we'll set up something on the Google Drive, and they'll be able to download the version that we have. I can definitely do that.
They can do a URL link to a Google Drive without being shared with?
No, we have to share it with them. We have to share it with them, but they can download it directly from, in this case, Google, which is nice.
I would be concerned about sharing with so many people only because that list becomes broadcast.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they have to send us their email address.
Certainly we can get this on our website's download link.
I can do it through the FTP protocols. I can.
Yeah.
I can. I'll have to send everybody a link in order to do that.
Well, that's all it is, though. It's a download link.
Okay. I can do that. That's that.
There you go.
It's going to take me forgive me, guys. It may take me a day to put it all together. So, yeah. Oh, you did? Okay. Good. Thank you, Davo. Appreciate it. Just downloading from the .NET is not a problem. He spoke with the T.
T.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, thank you, Davo. And
yeah.
And T, if you're
I'll
watching,
leave this on your desk then, because I've already wired up the whole thing.
Yeah.
So if you could pop this up there.
Torrent it. Thanks, Yeoman. Not exactly.
Was it Mark Zuckerberg? Who's the guy that did the BitTorrent or the?
BitTorrent was done by a couple of guys. I think one guy was from MIT, and a couple other guys who were up there, and they
the guys from Sweden or wherever.
Oh,
you know, the one that ripped off all the files for everybody. What's it called? I get Alzheimer's disease today.
There's,
you know, the guy, they made him take down his website all the time. Not Pirate Bay, but I like that guy. I don't really like him. I don't like people that steal software. I like people that share software.
Yeah.
It's the music. It's the Napster.
Napster? Oh,
He got involved with the Facebook guys, remember?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking. I didn't know he was Swiss.
No, not Swiss.
No.
Like Swedish or something like. It was Sweden. Oh well.
It was.
Oh well. Napster. You got it, baby.
Yeah.
Lord Davo knows everything, as you guys can tell.
Okay. Wow. Just one guy took time off of work and did it in half. Wow. That's impressive. That is impressive.
It takes us that long to order toilet paper around here.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's a good question. Should we answer that one?
What is it?
This one right here.
We're trying to go to New York in June for the Maker Faire, but apparently we're on a waiting list.
Yep.
So we're on the waiting list. We're waiting. If that pops, it pops. If it doesn't, well, then we're not going in September. However, I'm trying to make a run up into the New York City area the fourth week in August, or third and a half week in August.
Third and a half week, yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
The next broadcast will be a much more, I like to say eventful, but accurate, because we will have had a different role-playing game change here.
Yeah.
I mean, for the last several months, I've been scrambling, trying to keep the supply chain and the software chain coming along, and I've neglected other things, but I'm going to try to get back and help get the production cranking up here. Yes, I've been working on the new stuff and making sure the suppliers are bringing in the stuff, but the act of putting things together is still tedious for our guys at the time, and so I'm hoping to get at least one shift a day in here, and then I can use my other shift. I get to work 2 shifts. It's kind of a bonus. I use the other shift to do my further development. So the good thing is that I feel like the current situation with the software is a very progressive one. It hasn't always been that way. I felt like before I would be reliving Groundhog Day every day. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie, but if you have, you understand.
Yep.
So, I'm just too stupid sometimes. That's the bottom line. Sometimes I'm smart enough. Today I'm smart enough. I got the software done. Anyway, the good thing is that a lot of lateral things are working with us, so then we have lots of features to go. I'm looking forward to seeing, and you know what, I have to say something, you know, I don't usually, but
go ahead.
Many of you have been incredibly kind, and I want you to know I appreciate it. I know Hutch does, but David Kibble, Less Music,
Yeoman.
David Gaiba, whether you know it or not, David, you were B12 quite often. Yeoman, you've been really, really good. Greg, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Tim, believe it or not. Yeah. My buddy, my Antichrist in Australia, he and I are like salt and pepper, but the truth of it is we like each other quite a bit. And he is done amazing stuff. It's unfortunate that our proximity is so many time zones away, but if you've seen, he hasn't shown but just a couple of things. If you've seen some of the stuff he's designed and printed, I'm like, wow, that's nice. That is real, and not just that it looks nice, but from an engineering standpoint, it looks cool. It looks very, very good. So I'm not sure if he's sleeping or if he's not. Well, if he's not sleeping, I'm in big trouble. But if he is sleeping, he'll watch this a little later. So Tim, I just want to tell you that you have been an awesome part of all this, and I appreciate it. So to all you guys that have been out there helping, and I know that there's a couple other Ken and John Richardson for sure. I don't want you to think anything less. You've been a big mental boon for me. And now I'm looking forward to giving you this firmware and the software and raising it to the next level. And then we're looking next to the next release, which should be about a month and a half, 2 months from now. And that one is going to be even better. What would be nice to do is to share some of the stuff that I've got working. He doesn't usually let me do it. But let me put it this way. We already have the beginnings of a nice, simple CAD package that will be included standard with all printers starting in January. And it's kind of built on a McDraft kind of model. If any of you used a McCAD or a McDraft from the early Macintosh days, basic line, circle, arc, spline, rectangle, do the dimensions with it. It's parametric but very easy. You can group things, ungroup things. We already got most of that working. And the cool thing is it's DXF import, export, and in one click of the button creates a toolpath. So whatever you drew, you can do that toolpath, whether it's a wall or a stencil for a laser. I'm not saying you'd want to do that, but I did, and it worked great. So our goal is to be a encompassing piece of software. We've said it before. I just didn't think it would come, that side would come together so fast. But it really has just rocketed. I have a part-time guy working on just that one piece, and it's been just amazing how much he's gotten done in a short period of time. So we call him Hawk. So Hawk, if you ever watch one of these broadcasts, you know who we're talking about. We have too many Daniels. Not that you can have too many, but too many Daniels,
too many Davids.
For
some other reason, if your name starts with a D, you're probably going to end up working here.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure many of you will be Skyping in personally and having us work with you to upgrade your firmware. I will do about 1/3 of those. I'm going to let David and Davo and Hutch here do the other 2/3. But if you have feedback, I get great ideas from all you guys, and some not so great, but the majority of them are great. And remember, you guys use the printer different than I would use the printer. I use the printer from a different vector, so I do want to hear your suggestions. And I can't do them all immediately, but I do want to hear them, and I look forward to getting feedback from you guys. All right, so.
No such thing as too many Davids.
Mr. Gaiba.
You're right.
Very nice.
Yeah. Let's see. There's so many things I want. That we.
There is one other thing I would like to share.
Yeah, go ahead.
This week we had a strange visitor. Was it yesterday?
Well, we had several visitors, but
the person who showed up for 6 minutes and left again.
Oh, she was here. Yeah, that was yesterday.
Well,
yeah.
I want to get your take on it. You know, we're all kind of friends here now. So I get these emails strange. Yeah, I'm a student and I'm trying to prepare a really great paper for 3D manufacturing, and I saw your company and thought it'd be awesome to include stuff. I want to come and interview you guys. Well, of course, I'm flying cross country. That's what she said. And then she shows up with someone else driving the car, her uncle. That's probably all straight up. I'm just really confused. And then she comes in, and I'm not here. Hutch is not here, so Davo's giving her the little quartz bill. She takes some photographs of a stock room and our print room and leaves. And we're like, what was that?
Yeah.
So if you are a spy, April, then good job. And if you're not a spy, why don't you call me sometime and tell me what it is you're trying to do so that we don't get so confused. He's working overtime now. There he goes back.
Okay.
If you guys got a little short blip, I don't know if it did, but it blipped over here.
So, yeah. And April, if you're looking for more information about the stuff, and this is you're genuinely doing this kind of stuff for a student project, please give us a call, Skype us in. We'll be more than happy to talk with you.
Yeah, I missed the interview, and Hutch really wanted to talk to you. I don't understand it all, but anyway. Yeah, she sweet talked Lord Davo.
Oh yeah, she did. Oh yeah, that and Yevgeny. So,
oh no.
Oh, big time.
She tricked the Russians?
Well, she got a picture with Yevgeny. Yeah.
Oh really? We got a picture of her.
Oh no, she took a picture of her with Yevgeny.
And we don't have the picture.
No, we don't have the.
See, this is the impossible part thing.
So yeah.
So
yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. There was only a few explicatives during the blip.
So, yeah.
All right. So,
let's see. James M. Thompson asks, what about a tessellated approximate surface with holes? Can you fix those with a meshing software? Interesting.
I'm not sure your question, so let's start that over again. You want us to repair your surface, or do you want us to print that surface?
I call manufacturing room 3 and stock room number 4. It makes them think you have a 1 and 2. Well, actually we do, if you think about it.
Oh, I just think it's hilarious because there's a lot more than what she saw, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Oh, no.
She'd have to pay a lot more in airfare to get the real picture.
That's true. Yeah. Repair, then print. Okay, so you were talking about repairing STL files and then printing. James, I'm not sure if you have taken your second training class or not, but in the second training class, and this goes for everybody who's watching this, in your second training class, we go over how to actually heal your STL parts. And a lot of those particular services, they're typically, okay, good, so you have had it. So a lot of those particular services do get meshed together. And works, and everything I've seen so far, every time you heal whatever it is you're trying to heal, prints out a lot easier, a lot better. And when it comes to slicing it really cuts down the slicing time like incredible amounts.
So if you've got Mesh Lab and you've played with it a little bit, that'll give you a better feel for it. When you are joining closest neighbors, that's the one that you'll want to play with the numbers on. Oh, Yeoman, no.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
I thought they did.
No.
No?
I was trying to make it when he called, and I didn't get there in time.
Ah,
I got there 5 minutes too late. Sorry.
sorry.
That was what I was going to do. So, someone was asking about some fuses I've been offering to send to them every day for 4 days, but have neglected to do it. Today I was on my way to go do it, and we got sidetracked. So, tomorrow, I shot myself an email again.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it up on my
There,
thing to follow.
Hutch will take care of it.
So I got
I apologize.
plenty of other items on the list.
Remember, it's not just fuses.
Not just fuses.
No, I got another thing. Look on my email.
Okay, got it.
Screws. He's the one whose bed was put in with the wrong screws.
Yeoman, I'm sorry.
Guinea pig.
Got it. Okay.
You got it.
All right.
I was so happy that we were going to get to upgrade your firmware tomorrow that I kind of like, woohoo!
So. Oh, okay. So you own a Prusa i3. Nice, James.
Oh, then you know.
So,
If he's got a Prusa,
Yeah.
he knows.
Yes, Mr. Yaipa, the little care package. I have got to test your screens before they go out the door. And one of them that I thought was good is not good. So give me, basically tomorrow, because I do actually I have to have that on my list, to go through the other 3 that we have here. And through one of them, I know that one of them is going to work just fine. So, and then we'll be able to ship you out the care package to you. So I do apologize for that, but it is coming.
So we're going to send you 3 screens, and you can tell us which one worked.
Well, they would actually fit. So
Yeah, it would.
They would fit just fine.
I don't know. See, we don't use that screen anymore in production, and so it's hard to find a printer that has the right drivers installed on it.
Yep.
That's why it's not just push it in. Pesky
Screens,
screens.
yeah.
You know what? Those have been the bane of my existence from a hardware standpoint. Everything else has been great, but for some reason, there's no really easy solution for all what we've been trying to get.
Yep.
So don't worry about it. I've got some guys on the job. I envision a small industry built around the screen that we're about to use.
Oh yeah.
The next gen one.
I know. Yeah. That's about as much as we can say as right now, guys. So, please. All right. Let's see. Besides the YouTube video, we've been printing up a storm. For those people who want to know, is it okay to talk about the bearings? The bearings for these guys?
Oh, we have an improved bearing configuration. I don't know that it'll make a little difference for some of you guys, but on the MK1s, it just helps keep the material center a little bit better on the hop shaft. Most of the time, you don't have any problems with it, but we thought, hey, it looks better. It looks like it works better. We're testing it. So far, so good.
So far, it's very, very good.
So
yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's a couple of things, well, quite a few things, and I'm not going to worry about that. We'll announce those next week probably.
Yep.
Some improved algorithms for the heat control.
Big time. Oh yeah.
So
let's see, Jaylee. By the way, any updates on the queue status?
Yeah, we've got a whopping 1 printer out this week.
Yep.
Next week we're going to get a lot more. So when I say a lot, let me give you a number. Let's try to get 10 printers out next week. Okay?
Okay.
Here's our goal. So let's see if we can make the queue move. It's mostly my fault. I mean, really, I held this stuff for the firmware, and finally crossing that threshold feels fantastic. But at the same time, yeah, if you got to throw eggs, make sure and aim to the left side of my head. Anyway, that's what's going on. So now we can shift gears, and a lot of the debugging when stuff is assembled isn't necessarily straightforward to the guys yet. So as they get more stick time, more checkout time, then it becomes quicker for them. I, of course, know everything about the machine, so it only takes me twice as long as your average person instead of 4 times as long. But yeah.
Let's see.
What's double G? DMG?
No, it's OMG. Let's see. James M. Thompson. Is that a System 30 in the background? Yes, that is indeed a System 30. So that guy right there.
Here, I'll move my fat head.
There you go.
Hey, why don't you open the door so you can see it better?
Yep. There you go.
Oh, look, the lights are on.
Yep.
Hey, Davo, if you've got a really long arbor drill, bring it to work with you tomorrow.
Yep.
For boring holes through long walls. If you don't, no problem. I'll get one from Home Depot. I have this hankering feeling that I want to put a hole in something tomorrow. Something I can shove an Ethernet cable through.
Then I am not going to be coming in tomorrow. No.
Do we have a 50-foot cable?
I don't think that's gonna fit me. But yes, we do have. I can definitely get you a 50-foot cable. It's not a problem. Let's see. What speed improvements will we see with the new software? Neil asks.
Actually, in some cases it prints faster, up to 50% faster. But again, that's not the issue. The issue is no acknowledge errors of any kind.
Oh, not only that, you also got
the second one is prime on prime is working pretty well,
Yeah.
and it's dial-inable, configurable, and portable between heads. So that means that once you get it right, you can take the head off and put it on the box and come back in a month, and it's stored. It knows how it prints.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice.
And guys, as we showed you guys this a little bit earlier, I forgot to say that there was no cleanup on this part at all.
That's
All
why
it
it's
did
got
was
the ears on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the speed there is I don't know how fast we'll be able to print. We haven't gotten that far. You know, some guys are really ripping through and they're running fast and they're getting reasonable results. Did I mention we can do 2 parts at the same time? So sometimes it's better to slow down and get a better quality print. But at the same time, our first problem was just having that acknowledge error keep popping up over and over and over again. So he's gone. He ain't going to come back, I hope.
Yeah. That's right.
So, I'm going to leave. Davo, I'm putting the micro center that says 32 gigabytes on it. I'm putting it on your screen. And that's for you to upload to the World tomorrow.
Yep.
And then.
And I'll go through that with you, Dave.
Yeah.
I know which ones are there.
Cool.
Oh, Jay Lee says, can't wait until to hear the news until my System 30 being assembled. Oh, that your System 30 is being assembled. Yep.
I think it's already assembled.
Yes. Yes, it is.
You guys didn't tell him?
So, I'm sorry. I apologize. I haven't. No.
He's like 4 or 5 on the list, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Oh, for sure yours is assembled.
Yeah. And it's been testing. We've been running through.
Is that the one going up and down right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're trying to break it before we ship it.
We're going through all the exercise routines, making sure that everything is programmed, is working right.
So once a machine is assembled, you know what we should have done? We should have this on. Oh, we got to do this in the production area next time.
Okay.
Once a machine is assembled, or during the assembly process, we have a QC that we do. It's the same we do for all the equipment, whether sending it to someone like a company like Bosch, or we do it for our own internal use or anything. We do a motion, and we just start it running. It just goes, and we just do this 24 hours a day, sometimes for a week straight. One thing about stepping motors is if you're going to have a problem with it, it's usually going to be because something's loose or because something's binding. Either of those things, you can hear it. It'll rattle if it becomes loose, and if it's binding, instead of going, you get this, or dot, 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 dot. It gets a real strange sound which you recognize immediately. So you don't have to sit there going, oh, I wonder how it's doing. You actually know. It's like kids when they're quiet. Well, if they're too quiet, you go see what's going on. But if they're quiet, you don't worry too much. When glass is breaking and things like that, then you go see what's going on. I guess you know what kind of parent I was. Anyway, the bottom line is that your machines, every machine that's left here has been running for days, if not weeks, nonstop. We don't ship anything out just because it looks like the lights turn on.
No.
And hopefully we'll get smarter and better, and we'll only run them for maybe 100 hours before they go. That's 4 days. We have a queue big enough to handle 10 printers a week, 4 days burn-in time. And we're able to quadruple that to get to 40 printers a week with 4 days burn-in without too much trouble.
Yeah.
So we hope someday we'll have that problem.
Including time and checkouts on each one of the heads.
Yep.
Emos and Mark-Ones.
Goodliness.
Oh, yeah. So, Davo pads, Davo discs, frog fingers, 3D print stamps. What they're talking about.
Yeah. You asked a very good question. Yeoman just did.
Yeah.
He says, are you planning on putting a drop cam in the assembly area? The answer is no and yes. We're not going to put it in the assembly area because there's too much sensitive stuff going on there. But we are going to put it in the print test room, which is a separate room with exhaust. Wonder why. And that is located right off the assembly room. And we are going to put the drop cam in there. And we're still going to try and follow through with showing people their printers as they're getting ready to go. Hopefully our time dilation will come down to where, we place an order today and it'll go into the queue in the next 72 hours, show it to them, and out the door it goes. We have talked about drop shipping from China, and it's a fantasy. It's not a reality. And it might be a year before we have people trained that will follow what we're trying to do. And in the meantime, I'm happy to report some Americans are actually rising to the occasion and giving good service at a reasonable price, and we're able to buy American, which, because I live here, kind of like to support the economy. We do enough for the worldwide economy, trust me. So we're trying to help the local economy a little bit, and other than the fast food part of it, and which I do my fair share of supporting, as everybody knows. So, the guys here at AccuFab have been very
awesome.
very good. And now that we finally found out that shipping steel is really expensive, we're happy to do local business. Basically, we're giving DHL's money to our local economy because we're not using DHL to ship it. Because it's local. Anyway, I know everybody wanted to know that, but there you go.
So. Good question, Jay Lee. He says, just wanted to ask, The Holmes air purifier mount, is it still valid on the recent versions?
I believe it is.
Mhm.
If you can get that model.
Yep.
It's
So-
still available.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They just got actually a fresh new batch online.
Oh, good.
Target did.
Okay.
So if you guys are looking for it, the Holmes air purifier, the one that we're using, it looks like a well, you'll see it in the System 30 video. So if you haven't seen the System 30 video, you can go on HYREL, you can go on YouTube and type in HYREL System 30 video, and you'll see it. It's in the video.
Did we list it on our website under facts? We should be able to give
I
that
believe-
part number on the facts.
I believe we did, but yeah, I'll go
We
back
could
and
check on
double
that.
check
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know we put it on here a couple times on the broadcast,
Yep.
which have probably been lost for all eternity since we are having Just Not Your Friend TV.
Well, they changed their policies, and if anyone wants to know, yes, Twitch.tv, which is a part of Just.tv, which Just.tv became a subsidiary of Twitch, recently got bought out by Google for a cool $1 billion. So congratulations, guys, for that.
Remember that
So-
that one thing? Remember the one thing where they were arguing about the
Oh.
three guys, and the one guy goes, "I'm Google. I think I'll go buy something."
No. He's just, like, I'm bored. I'm gonna go buy Twitter. Yeah. So, yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
I think that was on YouTube, wasn't it?
It was on YouTube, and then when they were talking about the big guy, who are the big guys in the room? What do they sound like if they were people? So, yeah. So Jay Lee, thank you very much. It's the Holmes air purifier HAP 3000 UV. So yeah, Hotel Alpha Papa 3000 uniform Victor. Very
It
nice.
does make a difference. I mean, I can tell the difference. So
can
I believe we all can. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
So-
All right, I have got more things pressing. So we've got other nations coming online here in about 20 minutes.
Yep.
Um,
So, don't mean to cut it too short, guys, but do you have any other questions before we head on? There's roughly about it looks like a 10 to 20 second lag.
oh, okay.
So give it just roughly about 10 seconds. And Yeoman says Target doesn't seem to have these anymore. Okay. Well, we will find another source for them. So thank you, Yeoman. Oh, it's been replaced by the 3000 UV something. Okay. We'll update that information. We'll send that out to you. I'll definitely send it out in a Kickstarter update to you guys. So if you guys are looking for it, you'll be able to find it and use it. And even if you've got an engine, we still say get one and put it in the same room that you're printing in. If you're going to be printing with ABS or PLA or anything.
I would put it right
So-
behind the engine and draw the air off of it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I agree.
Definitely.
So, James M. Thompson, this may be off topic, but could you run through the process of combining G-code files in order to print in multiple materials, print apart multiple materials?
I can, but that's probably outside the scope of tonight's discussion. I will show you how it works. Realize, of course, that you have to do it layer by layer. So what we would do is you have to pick which one you want to be your first and second. In other words, the sequence that layer will be printed in. So, for instance, let's talk about a jelly-filled donut, one of my favorite subjects. So, we're going to print it, so we got to do the pastry around the outside, because what we're about to dispense on the inside will dribble out. So, we want to make sure and put that in the subroutine folder 1. It will print an entire layer. When it reaches the layer separator, which is an M790 if you slice with our recipes, it knows that it's reached the end, and it will incrementally move over and now try to execute a print on the next layer if it's at the right level. So I'm doing that because if the level is going to be different, then we only want to print when we're at the right height. Because suppose you have your first one sliced at 100 microns and your second one sliced at 400 microns. You will only print when you're equal to the other one. Now, it's important to slice with even denominators because all bets are off when you go into, you're at 3.16 microns or millimeters, and this one's supposed to print at 3.1. I don't know how to make those decisions because there's no safe printing of it. So you want to make sure that you print your parts or slice them in even. So a 1 to 2, a 2 to 4, a 1 to 3, 1 to any of the big numbers, and you could do a 2.5 to 5. Now that gets to be interesting when you're using the EMOs and the MK1s.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you can do an MK1 for your outside, and then you can put your plated uranium radiation source that I have on the inside.
Yep.
And then the C4, well, I don't know, didn't say that. The silly putty can go in the other place. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
Oh.
Amazon.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, June Lee.
Yeah.
So
You're going to make someone very happy the way you shop.
excellent.
So that's an advanced print. Right now, if you're going to print with 2 different heads and it's the same object, all you do is insert in the code where you want to switch objects. And you can even, now if you're talking about a support material versus a non-support material, the slicer already supports that, already generates the code. I have not tested it. I'm sure I'm going to have to do a little post-processing, but it shouldn't be much. Because I try to keep this so that it actually adheres to the same standard that some of the other printers are using. So basically, to change from one head to the other, it's the T and then the number of the head. So T1, T2, T3, T4. But if you're going to use the offsets that are embedded in it right now, you have to include the offset number that I was just showing you guys with the M6. However, I'm looking now at changing that so that, and this has nothing to do with firmware. This will all be done in the downloadable C# source, so that's the good news. I'm looking at making it so that there are 2 sets of offsets. One that's specific for each head. When you select the head, we have a little checkbox. That checkbox tells them, sorry guys, long days, that will tell them to go ahead and apply the offset automatically. And that way you can print without hardly any interaction at all. That's really the most, that should be our ultimate goal. You know, it can be generated automatically. That's for support material. I'm looking to print like an Easter egg basket with Easter eggs in it. And in that case, then I want to do my objects separate and merge them. Then I'm going to go with the other technique.
Let's see. I know it's off topic, but what are the odds of you guys replacing my printer that is a prototype with one of the awesome 30s? I know I want it, but I had to ask anyway.
Who is this?
I believe this is the, and correct me if I'm wrong, I do apologize. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say I believe this is the woman who for the show that you went out to Burbank, California.
Oh.
She's the one who won the printer and for her school, I believe. So
Are you using it at her school?
I'm not 100% sure. So please correct me if I'm wrong about that. I know she was doing a training session, I think, with David today. So yeah.
Well, actually, what you got was one of our best units. So, but that doesn't matter. Call us.
Oh, it is okay.
My sister.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Skype in with me. Talk to me. Tell me what your needs are. She sure did win the printer in California.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I almost bought it back from them, but they decided they want it
That's true.
at a discounted price.
Yeah. Oh, you guys now have an auto parts business.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I would recommend is you use the printer, you learn how to print, and then you figure out what you really want to make in that auto parts business, and then we can work together. Because a lot of times I have people that can't afford to buy a new printer, and we can get you an upgrade or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, keep in touch. The best thing to do is Skype in with us. We like to talk to people face to face, and especially when it's something like a deal. So. Yeah, actually, I would be happy to demonstrate how it's done to you. So the question is from James is about the process for printing multiple parts. Probably the most efficient thing to do is for us to shoot a little video and put it up there for people to see how it works. The second thing to do would be is Skype in with me. I will slice and do a simple plastic dome print. Takes about 11 minutes. We'll talk while it's printing, get to know each other. You can tell me what kind of food you like and where you live, that kind of stuff. And then you'll have a chance to understand more about how the process works. And that would be no problem. I'm actually set up to do that as we speak.
Yep.
What's this?
Dave was working on my skills with me.
Nice.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm happy to demonstrate a multi-part print.
Yep.
Especially, I may record it so that we can just stick what we record, screen capture right on the YouTube. That's actually a good plan.
I like that. So I just found that earlier today. Thought you might find that kind of interesting.
Well, that's serious stuff.
I know.
How long have you had it here, Ray?
What? Oh.
Guys, I don't know what I was just thinking here, but this is way more than I wanted. It said something about doctor's orders. I didn't get all of it. Yeah. You can get this from Home Depot, but the parts store carries this.
Did they? Yeah, they don't. Home Depot doesn't carry that actually anymore. The Home Depot has this over where we are.
All right.
Any version or any kind of that. So.
Well, if you guys want the mystery material, it's at Pet Boys, and don't. Oops, I almost showed you guys what it was.
Yeah.
You'll have to do a frame phrase for that.
Yeah.
It's high temperature gasket maker. You know, now I'm ready to make some gaskets. Now I got a prime, unprime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which.
Oh. Yeah, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you that I talked to Toy this morning?
No, you did not.
He has put together a full laboratory. And it's upstairs in the new building. And
Okay.
no, he said they'll be ready. He's giving me a list of chemicals for York, and he said he'll have all the photo initiators that I could possibly want when I get there in September.
Okay.
Was the mic on? Oh.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff going on with alternative printing technologies at this
Mhm.
moment. So.
Oh, Dave, I'll show this guy off. So, you guys have seen the Play-Doh prints, you've seen the clay prints, you've even seen the porcelain prints. Dave-O did this one, which I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not.
He did that with an Emo 25, did he not?
Yes, he did.
Imagine if he actually learns how to print, how nice it'll come out.
Mm-hmm. So,
It looks good, Dave-O.
this has been fired.
Oh, really?
Yep.
There, let me see that.
So,
You
Yep.
printed that?
yes, he did. And he used the oven. So, for those people who've been asking, Sculpey, you can print with Sculpey. So,
It's nice.
yeah, that's really, really nice. So,
Amazing.
yep. And that actually turned out quite nicely. So, good on you, Dave-O. All right. Well, sorry, I had to bring that one up. So it was too. Oh, what's the status with the RTD silicone? We're definitely going to be showing a lot more of that stuff in the future. A lot more prints.
I wanted Dave-O to print the same article in porcelain and fire it for us because I have people across the water who own a lot of foundry capacity for certain types of metals.
Mm-hmm.
And they are dying to have us print molds,
Mm-hmm.
simple molds. And when I showed them one of the other prints, they said that's more than enough quality for them. That they're looking for near net shape. They do a final finish cut with a machine, which is standard. So the gentleman over in the Queen's country,
Yep.
Britain, who wants
yes,
to do the cylinder heads.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
And then we also have the the guys in Vietnam who are in the manufacturing business of making aluminum in injection molding,
Yep.
aluminum type of equipment. So,
Yep.
great. So
And-
you guys just saw it. Lord Davo committed to giving us a porcelain tomorrow.
Yes. And he actually has some soaking in the room, getting ready, so preparing it.
Nice.
So,
Well,
yeah.
how far away is the place where we bought it? It's like 10 miles from here.
Yeah, it's you know where Spaghetti Junction is?
I do.
Yeah, they're right at that corner on the opposite. You know where the tall hotel is that
I
always
do.
gets bought and sold like every 5 years. That one is
ITA was there.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's right behind there is Atlanta Clay. So Atlanta Clay, if you're watching, thank you very much, guys. You guys rock. You're awesome. So that's where we get a lot of our clay. So. Like 25 pounds of porcelain was like $13. It was fantastic.
Yeah, porcelain's a very
Yeah.
economical material.
Mm-hmm.
I
So-
would like to get something that's more like a plaster of Paris because it can break apart so easy.
They have in their gigantic shop, and I do mean it's huge. It's it's like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside, guys. They have over in their catalog over 700 different types of clay and different types of polymers and a bunch of other stuff. And yes, we're going to be going through as many of those as possible. So, yeah.
Which printer was this printed on? Was this on Sandia?
Yeah,
What, are they really good printer or what?
I know. That it's just.
Well, you can see
It
where the
underfloated.
layer. Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
layer change stuff here.
Mhm. But other than that, I mean, it's just beautiful.
Well, I'm looking at how straight the lines are.
Mm-hmm.
That's
We've never had it,
That's ruler straight, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Oh, I found a spider web. One
Where?
right there.
From the very top?
Right there. Oh, that was the end. That's
Yeah,
where it finished.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of printer can't trim its own thing when it did? Why don't you guys put the laser on here so you can cut that off?
No.
It's all good. Anyway, I don't see the barcode either.
No, not yet.
Soon.
Soon, yes.
All right.
So.
Anyway, appreciate everybody tuning in and giving us
Yeah.
feedback and talking to us.
Mm-hmm.
And look behind you, Carl.
Oh, the paper clay. Yeah.
Oh,
We've got other materials that we're looking at. So
air dry.
That's the air dry.
I gotta get some
The
kiln
black
fire
stuff.
and stuff.
See the black stuff right there?
Yeah. Oh, that's really hard.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. You know, if you don't print in porcelain, you can't use the PMC. That's the rule.
Or the Sugru.
Ooh. Yeah, Subaru's like gold.
Yeah, it's expensive stuff. It's great. Like for anyone from Sugru, you guys made one heck of a fantastic product, but it is quite expensive. So, yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right. So,
Oh, Greg, thanks, guys. We're really looking forward to the new software. Yes, and you'll be getting that.
yeah, I could maybe arrange to get you a copy of it.
You know a guy. Yeah.
I know a guy. There's a little short guy comes up knocking on your door. You'll know who it is.
All right.
I don't think Greg
So-
remembers how to print. It's all good.
Oh wow. Okay, guys. Well, until next time. We think we're a week from now, week and a half, maybe this coming Sunday, the next live broadcast. Or
I think a week from Sunday would be good. Let's go back onto a Sunday night,
Okay.
and that should prove to be probably our best broadcast in history. I'm going to bet on that.
okay.
10 printers, folks. Count them. 5 and 5 will be out the door, and I'm going to print with 5 different materials at the same broadcast. We're going to set them up, and I'm going to make 2 of those multi-material prints for you. And I can already do that if I had the time to just get on and set the printers up. So how do you like that? How I couldn't, I printed the sent the 10 printers.
I
but-
can help you with that.
Good.
So, yeah.
All right, back to the salt mine.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Safe journeys, and thank you again for joining us again.
Blessings on
So,
all of you.
all right. Let's see. How do I work this thing again? Okay. There it goes. All right, guys. Good night.
We'll be right back.